After a little bit of a run of form, we've hit a little bit of a bad patch. Is this the day that the wheels well and truly come off? Hello and welcome to episode 21. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games in the Vanarama National League against Notts County and against Halifax. What's been happening since you were last with us? You'll see we are second place in the table, some 9 points behind Fylde, who seem to be running away with it right now. But we do have one game in hand over them. Which means that if we can win that game in hand, we'll only be 6 points behind them. We have been doing quite well. We've been on a decided little run. I think last time you were with us was Aldershot and Dover Athletic. And since then, a 4-3 win against Wealdstone, a 3-0 against Harrogate, a 1-0 against Ebbsfleet, a 0-0 draw against Maidenhead. 2-0 against Eastleigh, and then in the Builder Base Trophy second round, a 2-1 win against Truro. Woking, a 2-0 win. Wrexham, a 3-0 win. And Northampton, a 4-0 win. And then we got to the third round of the Builder Base FA Trophy. A 1-1 draw against York at home, and then a 1-0 loss away. And then you'll see we've managed to lose against Aldershot again, so we've lost both home and away against those. So we've hit a little bit of a hot spot right now, and hopefully that's not going to continue through this episode. What is quite evident is when we play teams that are either in the relegation zone or very low down the table, we seem to just not perform. Yet if we play somebody near the top, we seem to be quite dynamic and be able to do the stuff on the pitch. But yes, indifferent, I would say, is the word. We've also got a little bit of a problem. We have a number of players that have been suspended because they've accumulated too many yellow cards, etc., etc. So we've had to rustle up some of the backup players, shall we say. To do today's game, Notts County and Halifax, obviously getting to the business end of the season, and we could do with 6 points from these two games. So we'll see how we get on with that. I think it's high time we go through to our first game then of the day, which is against Notts County. And a couple of other quick housekeeping bits. I have been offered a new contract after walking away from discussions a little while back. About a month later, they've come back in and they have offered me a renewed contract, £900 per week, which is the same amount of money that we are currently on, or what I was currently on, should I say. I've managed to get an extra 5% promotion wage rise out of them. And the wage drop is the same. They've asked for a slightly more compensation if I was to move on. So I have extended my contract for a further year. So now expires the end of June 2023. So we're here for the rest of this season and the whole of next season as it currently stands. So that's that. The other bit of housekeeping is I've just realised that the game against Notts County today is actually the game in hand. So there we go. Yes, this is the only game in the Vanarama National League today. So this is the game in hand. So 3 points we must today, if only just to keep pace with Fylde. Okay, so let's have a look at the team that we have selected to try and achieve this. Slicker in goal, he remains there. Lewis Gray, a little bit of note on him. He has actually now decided that he wants to stay with the club after putting him on the loan list and the transfer list. I'm basically saying to him, you can go. He has sort of capitulated, shall we say. And at the moment we're also having a bit of a to-do with Charlie Wellins, who wants to leave. He's actually wanted by Exeter City at the moment. But again, we've put him on the transfer and the loan list as he's making a bit of a noise. So Slicker in goal, Payne, Ram, Priestley and Webb in defence. Marriott's at the base of midfield. Goodridge, obviously we played quite a few games in very quick succession because of the Builder Base trophy, which we didn't really want. And Goodridge, he's tired basically, so we need to put Marriott in his space. Jackson, Fuster and Kanga in midfield, and Danaher and Charman up front. Charman now is on, I think it's 22 goals for the season, so he's chunking away quite well. And then on the bench we have Gray, Lund, Olangaju, Steels and Andrews. So that is the team, hopefully, to take us to the 3 points that we want from today's game. We do have home advantage, and they're playing a 4-4-2, and the team talk could make all the difference. So what options have we got? We've got I think we go for the pundits one this time, and nothing else to say. And away we go. So they have the first highlight and the first goal. Just 5 minutes gone, and this is not the start we wanted. We seem to be also in terrible trouble trying to come back from a goal down as well just recently. And we have had quite a few goals scored against us like that in recent times. We do have a free kick. Danaher with the free kick. Similar ball, but that's straight in the arms of their goalkeeper. Long ball. Webb only heads it as far as one of their players. And come on, lads. We need to do something here. Danaher's won the ball back. Can he put this away? Yes, he can. And George Danaher, scoring his 16th goal of the season, squares it after just 10 minutes. So maybe all isn't lost at this point in time. Their defender dilly-dallying on the ball, and Danaher made no mistake with that, thankfully. George Danaher been a bit indifferent. His form is sort of like wavery. He's not on the same form as he was last year when he was really just couldn't beat him at all. Anyway, Charman in the box manages to get the shot away, but blocked by their defender. Ram picks the ball up in defence, and the highlight disappears. Right, looks like Ben Jackson has now picked up an injury. 75%. Let's just see if that picks up a little bit, or if it goes the other way. No, he's not going to go. Okay, I think we need to look to bring him off. Not indicating any injury on here at the minute. We might go through to half time and just see. And as usual, when we haven't got a player to play on that side, once again, let's get rid of that, and the highlight with them. Jackson been ever present, headed away, but only as far as Osborne, and Slicker saves it, but straight to one of their players, and we're 2-1 down. It's time for some passion. Ram heads it out to Osborne. Osborne with a thing. Point blank. Slicker gets it, but it's only going as far as their player. And Josh Webb now, a couple of yellow cards, frustration creeping in. And half time comes. and we are really in a bad place. I expect to see better in the second half. Joshua Webb and Fuster need to watch their step. Right, Ben Jackson. Right, Luke Charman is not having a good game. Neither is Adam Payne, Isaac Marriott, Max Ram, Joshua Webb. Right, you all need to buck your ideas up. I'm not happy with the performances. And so what to do with Ben Jackson? I think we'll leave him there for now, and hopefully it won't come to anything sinister. Demand more. Kanga now picked up a yellow card as well. Josh Webb has been booked, we know. Throw in on the far side. Danaher picks up the throw in. Back to Payne. Payne to Danaher. Danaher looking to try and get into the box. Couldn't get in there. Tackled. But manages to retrieve it. Gets it back to Andy Payne. The header came in. Didn't go anywhere. And they have the attack and beaten the defence. And is Slicker up to it? Well, I think he had it covered. But it went wide. Thankfully. Andy Payne with the throw in, threw it straight to their player, and I think it's time to make some changes. We're going to go 3 down here, and we're in trouble. We are in trouble. So this wasn't to be, and I think Fylde now are pretty much going to run away with this. We're not in a position to haul them back. We haven't got anybody to replace Jackson. Marriott having an absolute stinker of a game, having brought him in. Right, Josh Andrews for Charman. Charman's not in it. Jackson is tired. I really don't know what to do now. That's the problem with having too many defensive players in this situation. There really isn't a lot we can do. Fuster can play as an attacking forward, so I think we're going to push him forward. And push Marriott into midfield. We really have got to push forward here and see if we can get something from this game. And I think we are suffering from playing too many games in quick succession. As I say, the game that we didn't really need was the replay against York, and I think we're so tired now we're just not going to get anywhere near this game. I'm going to have to take Jackson off for fear that he gets injured, and they're all very frustrated and annoyed. Right, we'll take Jackson off. I'm not sure who we can bring on for him. Lund for Webb. Vinny Steels just can't play there. Kanga can play out there. Let's just try that. It's not the most ideal. But it'll resolve our problem for the minute. Kanga doesn't like that position at all, but we'll put him out there just the same, and just see out the game, which we are going to lose. I am going to very attacking and shout creative. Payne to Danaher. Danaher ball in, and Andrews just over the top. I think there's a lot of players that need to be dropped after this. And a 3-1 thumping we have had. Once again, as you'll see, we've got lots of shots, lots on target. Didn't have the possession today, and yeah, we've been terrible. Hang on a minute. They did well, and their efforts were excellent. They were rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Not happy with the performance at all. George Danaher got man of the match. He was trying his best today, bless him. And yeah, tell Luke Charman assertively, you let yourself down out there and deserve to come off. And a couple of other players need a stiff talking to. Oh, he's at Marriott, and Max Ram for a start off. Not pleased with what I've seen from you, and I think that will do, which means we now need to beat Halifax. As you'll see, we are 9 points shy of Fylde now, and also means that Yeovil Town are blowing up behind us with just 2 points behind us. One thing that is pretty sure is 14 points clear of Notts County in 8th. It does mean that we pretty much are guaranteed a playoff place, but we really do. If we're not going to finish first, we do need to finish in 2nd place, because of the way the playoffs happen here in the National League. So let's go through to the inbox. Notts County get the better of Bradford. Danaher impresses, so we give him a pat on the head. It's just as well somebody did today. And yeah, Sheffield Wendy boss, and looking at Kieran Slicker, and they're all rounding up on Kieran Slicker, so his head will get turned, and the question then arises, how long can we hang on to him? Okay, so let's move through to the second game of the day, and let's hope we can get 3 points. And here we are in our second game of the day against Halifax Town, and we are odds-on favourites to win this, in poor form at the moment, which is very, very true. So let's go through to the team that we've selected for this game, and there are quite a few changes. Slicker stays in goal. Winfield, Ram, Priestley and Egan Riley in defence. Goodrich at the base of midfield. Bassey, Kenyon and Morton take up the midfield positions, with Danaher, and Andrews comes in for Charman, who is dropped to the bench after his poor performance last time out. And then on the bench it's Gray, Lund, Nowalski, Wellens and Charman. So that is the team. We have fingers crossed and hope that this is sufficient to get 3 points. We do need 3 points, and it would be a good way to end the episode. Of course, need a bit of a morale boost. Cut our recent run of bad results, and the other option we do have, if we don't win this game, is to we've got a whole week before our next game, and it may well be that what we do with that is we actually play a friendly midweek about Wednesday against another side where we can perhaps score a few goals and maybe build a little bit more confidence, which might be lacking right at the moment. So off we go. Bassi picks up a yellow card. Danaher with the ball, and hopefully he's not going to get sent off here. He has got a straight red, which I think it was worth a red, that's for sure. Andrew's playing up front on his own at the moment then. That's going to mess things up slightly. And they have an attack at the moment. Priestley makes the tackle. Ball goes forward. Andrews onto the ball. Back of the net, Andrews. Oh no, it's missed it to the right. And when it rains, it pours, as they say. Well, and Slicker equal to that, thankfully, as they get through. Just because Danaher's been sent off, no reason for the defence to play badly. They're definitely having the better of the game. Bassi picks up the ball, puts it into the stands, which seems a really weird thing to do. And they have a free kick. Let's get creative. Ball in. Oh, just over the top. We are 11 points adrift of Fylde now, as they must be winning, and ever increasingly looking like we're under lots of pressure here. Clear the ball, but not really to anybody as such. I think what we might need to do is take Goodridge and bring everybody forward. Ball forward to Andrews. Andrews now passes into Kenyon, and Kenyon misses to the right. And Charlie Winfield now picked up a yellow card, as has Egan Raleigh. And Fylde winning 1-0 at Darlington. Adebayo, he's having a great season for them, and I think will ultimately get them promoted as it currently stands. And we're not having the best of this game at all. I think we'll take it through to half time, and I think it's time for changes at half time. And picking up yellow cards. Frustration creeping in. Oh, over the top again. Last time from Kenyon. Right. Far from pleased with what I've seen from this team. There are a number of players on yellow cards. And then what we need to do is Bassey having a bad game as well. Right, I think we need to push these players forward slightly. We're going to have to take Goodridge off, I think, and bring Luke Charman on. So it's going to be Charman for Goodridge. Push him forward. And not a deep line forward at all. Going to go for pressing forward on attack. And pressing forward on attack. Are we better off this way round? I don't know. Okay. And then, is there anybody else that needs chuffing out right now? Winfield not having a good game. Unbelievable. Right, we'll go with that for the minute and just see if that makes a bit of a difference. Max Ram now picked up a yellow card. Free kick to them. In a dangerous position. And Slicker to it, but I think it was on the outside of the post. Free kick from us. Bassey heads the ball across. Kenyon hitting the back of the defender. Bassey hopefully gets it back in again. Looked like he was skating then. And ball goes out for a corner. Bassey with the corner. Curls the ball in. Not to anybody in particular. And they will get rid of the ball. Egan Riley picks it up. And the highlight disappears. They have a throw in. And we'll maybe look to introduce Wellens very shortly. In place of Bassey. And they're clear. And score. And the wheels have definitely come off, boys and girls. Definitely come off. Big time. We're looking poor. Poor, 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 poor. We have a throw in. Egan Riley to Morton. Morton back to Egan Riley. Egan Riley gets it to Andrews. Andrews crosses the ball in to nobody. Bassey back to Winfield. Winfield looking for some route in and doesn't even get it through to. And we're just playing poorly. All the players are playing poorly. And doesn't seem to be anybody that can give it that spark at the moment. Pushing them back a little bit here now. And they're going to be in again. And I'm so cross. So very, very cross. And even Slicker now is not even making the saves. Show some passion. And we need to make a further change. Josh Andrews having a rubbish game as well. Right, we'll bring Wellens on for Bassey. And Billy Priestley about the only player that's having a half decent game today. I don't want to see a stupid replay. Charlie Wellens now picked up a yellow card. A fine coming our way for this as well. Charman on to this, and he couldn't even get that away, whereas he's been scoring at will. And yeah, says it all. Wellens with the corner, in swinger, and Andrews just does nothing with the ball, and they attack again, and we just don't look at the races at all. Looking to make our final change. Winfield looks like he's injured, which means Mitchell Lund will have to come on from Winfield as our final change. And everybody is tired. And you'll see from the stats, not even at the races. I think we'll put this episode down as the day the wheels came off. Big time. Simply put, that in fact, I'm going to get aggressive with this. You are not good enough today. Absolute rubbish. Not helped by George Danaher, of course, but that just sort of typifies where we are at the moment, and a boatload more suspensions, I'm guessing, because of all the bookings today, as well as a hefty fine, I'm suspecting. Winfield will only be out for 2 or 3 days, got a knock. 10-man Bradford fade to defeat. Danaher's banned for 1 match. £750 fine for that. And Josh Andrews vows to get past his goal drought. He needs to do something. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I didn't. But I hope you did. Don't forget, episodes out every Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4:15. If you give me a big thumbs up if you did enjoy that episode, and also don't forget to subscribe so that you know when the next episode is coming out. Hope you join me for the next episode, which is out, I think it is on Monday, so hope you join me for that, episode 22 of From the Bottom Up to the Top. See you next time.